Hey guys! It's good to be back doing videos. In case you forgot or weren't aware, I went to New York last week. Came back Wednesday at night, and that's why I didn't do a video last week, and that's what I'm going to be talking about this week is visit to New York. The John Lennon exhibit at the Rock Annex. Really well done. I didn't really know what to expect. Like you know, you read about it, but you don't really, know what to expect. But it's pretty cool, and it made me tear up at the end. But what happens is you go there and you're entered into this big room, and in the room they have Hall of Fame people who have been inducted into the Hall of Fame along the walls with by year they were inducted, and with their signatures. So I'm going around the room. I get to 1988 and I see the Beatles, and they each have all their signatures on it and stuff. I'm like, yeah, go Beatles. And then I'm walking around some more and I see John, and I'm like, yeah, go John. And then I walk around and I see George Martin. I'm like, go George Martin. And then I walk some more around the room and I see George Harrison, and I'm like, you go George. And yeah, that's it. Because Paul and Ringo are not on the wall obviously yet. But it's really cool. It, like, when you're in that room, they play music, and every time they play music they'll light up who the artist is. So really cool. And then from there you go into this room and they show you a video of like all, and what they show in the video for the Beatles is them performing I'm Down at Shea Stadium. I was there rocking it out, And then from there you go through the exhibit, and the exhibit itself does have some Beatles stuff. I saw a prototype of John's guitar. I think it was a prototype that he used, but yeah, and then it had words by George, because George is into all the guitars and stuff, so he knows. I wasn't expecting this, but they had Ringo's drum cover, that says the Beatles on it, and the one that, so if you're watching Help, that drum cover, same one. I was like, oh. So it was like in this glass case, and I was like looking behind it, and I was like, ooh. And then I saw they also had Paul's jacket, when they're in the field in Help, and they're surrounded by like army tanks and stuff like that. That jacket, it's there. I'm like, oh my god, And so that's basically it. They had like a video screen of them as well as part of the exhibit, which was really cool. I wasn't expecting that. And then you go through some more, and they have John's piano. There's two, I think. One that looks like it's not even finished, and one that's like the black piano. I don't know much about John's, I'm sorry. You guys can correct me. But then you go in, like the exhibit is like kind of dark, dark colors, and then you turn the corner and you see the John exhibit, and it's just all in white. And it's just, there's quotes from John, there's video screens that you can sit down and watch, his videos or interviews with him and Yoko. I saw his New York shirt. I saw his army jacket that he lived in. I saw those set of photos where he's wearing the New York shirt. The belt buckle from those photos, that's in there as well. That black hat that he has, the rim with the string, and then it has like the feather. I saw that was there. That black kind of like a kimono, not a kimono, like a wraparound jacket that had like Elvis and rhinestone here that he had. I saw that was there. I saw his letter of deportation, as well as letters of support for him to stay in America. I saw handwritten lyrics and typed lyrics with like scratches out and stuff that he wanted to correct. I think I saw God and Woman is a Nigger of the World. There's probably others that I can't remember right now, but I saw that. You know, lots of album covers and stuff. And what really got me was towards the end of the exhibit, before you leave, they have his brown bag of stuff from the hospital that was given to Yoko. And it just, like, I was pretty much okay throughout the entire thing, but then it got to that and I'm just like, it just made me tear up like crazy. I'm like, what is these tears? Yeah, I really wasn't expecting myself to be so emotional, but I really was. And it's just, you know that quote from Yoko, and she's like, he came back to me in a brown paper bag or something like that, and I'm just like, it was that quote combined with the brown paper bag of his stuff behind like glass. And I was like, yeah, it was so sad. But it was really well done. If you guys ever go to New York and that's still going on, I definitely recommend that you see it. What else? My trip to New York. I saw the Ed Sullivan Theater. You know, the one. From the outside, I didn't go in. So I took photos because I'm a nerd. You know, outside, you know, where Paul did his recent rooftop concert on the David Letterman show. So I took photos of that because I'm a nerd. And I went to Central Park, so I got to see the Imagine tribute Strawberry Fields location, which was amazing to actually see up close. You know, you see it in photos all the time, but to actually be there, it was so cool. Like, I went twice, one at night, and there was like a single candle there, and then I went back like 2 days later in the daytime, and somebody had put flowers in a peace symbol, and I was like, so I took photos. I saw the Dakota, since it's like right across the street. I took many photos. None of the photos that I took of myself in front of the Dakota came out very well. They were like blurry, but that's okay. But I took plenty of photos of the Dakota, so. And when I was coming back from LaGuardia Airport, when I was coming from LaGuardia Airport to my friend's apartment in Brooklyn, you pass by Citi Field. I had no idea. So I'm sitting in the taxi looking out the window, and I'm like, Citi Field. And I'm like, and I did this little mini bow down with my hands. I'm like, I'm not worthy. So I'm like, Citi Field, Shea Stadium. I wish I could have like went there, but I didn't. And then also, when I was here in Battery Park, they have like, you know, performers, and they also have like vendors and stuff. And I bought a photo of the Beatles, and it made me laugh because they clearly photoshopped an American flag in this photo, because I've seen these pictures and nowhere is there an American flag in these photos. So, but look at this, but I bought it anyway because it made me laugh, and I was like, ooh, new Beatles poster frame in my room. See the American flag? That's not there. It made me laugh. I'm like, no, but that's okay. It's clearly, I mean, you can't really tell it is photoshopped, but it's photoshopped because there's no American flag at that photo session. Have some photos of the Dakota and Imagine and Ed Sullivan Theater, just anything that's Beatles related from my New York City trip at the end of this video.